Okay, so we have some bad news. After all the tests were performed, we have concluded that the cause of your dementia is indeed Alzheimer's disease. This disease is the number one cause of dementia in the United States, so we've seen it before. This means some pretty dramatic changes for the rest of your life. Luckily, at the stage of Alzheimer's you have, it is mild to moderate. To get you to better understand, I have prepared a short PowerPoint presentation where I will explain what this neurological disease does and how it affects your body. So let's start off by talking about what causes Alzheimer's disease. There's no known specific cause for this disease. We know that you can't just catch it like a cold or anything like that. But there are some known risk factors that can put you at a higher risk of developing this disease than other people, such as gene mutations like a mutation of the APOE4. There is also a form of Alzheimer's that runs in families called familial Alzheimer's that can cause this disease. However, it is extremely rare. We tested you for both of these, and both of the tests came back negative. So you may be wondering how we diagnosed you with this disease. Your diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease was done through mental skills tests that patients with Alzheimer's have trouble performing. Those general knowledge tests we made you complete helped us know what information you were missing that should be known and helped us diagnose you with this disease. A neurological exam was also performed that showed that some of your neurological abilities had been dampened, such as reflexes, coordination, and your speech. Now I will explain what happens to your brain with the progression of this disease. Over the stages of Alzheimer's, the neurons in the brain begin to die and the tissue surrounding them begins to deteriorate. Overall, this causes loss of many basic brain functions and shrinkage of the brain. In the image to the right, the leftmost brain is a healthy brain, the rightmost brain is a brain with Alzheimer's, and the brain on the bottom compares the sizes of them together. As you can see, the brain with Alzheimer's has shrunk significantly compared to the healthy brain. Brain cells are called neurons, and they are affected greatly by this disease. Scientists are not 100% sure what causes neuronal death with Alzheimer's, but they have a pretty confident guess: plaques. Plaques are protein clusters that build up around neurons. They can block signals and activities and ultimately end up in the death of that neuron. Plaques form when protein pieces from a larger protein found in the membrane surrounding the neuron clumps together. In the photo to the right, the dark brown circles surrounding the neurons are the protein plaques. Another factor of neuronal death are something called tangles. Tangles form inside of already dying cells that continue the cell's death. Instead of trying to help the cell and prevent it from dying, tangles escalate the death of that cell. Tangles do this by twisting and destroying transport proteins called tau inside the cell that provide it with nutrients that it needs to survive. In the photo to the right, the teardrop shapes around the neurons represent the tangles. So right now, it seems that you are in the very early stages of this disease. You caught it early, which is a good thing. The progression of your type of Alzheimer's takes anywhere from 2 to 15 years to cause death. Because you have no other medical issues, we can predict that you will have up to 10 to 15 years left. However, so little is known about this disease, we cannot predict for sure how many years you will have. Unfortunately, there are no medications currently that can cure this disease or prevent it from spreading, but there are some medications to help prevent some of the memory loss symptoms for at least some time. We will write you a prescription for these and you can pick them up later today.